Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing on this fine Sunday evening? All you beautiful people out there. Mama's in the house. What's up, Janine? How you doing, baby doll? All aspects, my brother. What is up, Nick B? How you doing, bro? I haven't finished setting up our computer here, and we'll get going. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's cloudy here with it looks like maybe some storms, but it's nice and it's beautiful outside, just put it that way. It's not cool, but it's not hot. Lily's in the house. What's up? How you doing? John Smith, what's up? What's on the agenda tonight? Hybrid's in the house. Hello, brother. How's it going? I caught the tail end of your live as I was starting to get ready for this. That's a pretty cool buggy. That hot bodies. Looks like the same engine that they put in the Savage 25s. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I had to work all weekend, which is why we're doing it today instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Trying to get ready for the WRC series number 3. Hell yeah. No compression again. Yeah, that sucks. For them engines not to have compression, they must have run it pretty hard, because them are some pretty tough engines. That or they got a whole lot of gallons to it. I'm almost there, give me a sec. Back to John Smith's original question. So for on the agenda for today, here, let me just take this off. So the MBX8. Oh, shut up. Hold on a second. Usually the videos don't just fire up like that. Come on, shut up. That was weird. They were interrupting my show. Anyways, sorry guys. So basically we have the MBX8 almost fully assembled. I need to get some servos, so I'm not going to put the radio tray in it just yet. We're about as far as we're going to get with it at the moment. All of a sudden, like all of a sudden my computer speakers are working. I can never get it to work before. Anyways, so like I was saying, pretty much as far along with this as we're gonna go, other than putting a wing on it. But I'm not going to mess with the wing at the moment. I was just going to show you guys a couple of options for wings. And then we're going to start getting a new engine mount in the MB48 2.2 Techno. This guy. And yes, she's dirty. So, I haven't even opened these up yet. So these are the razor, is what they call these. Part number 2998. Y for Yellow by J Concepts. And then here we have the clear, I'm assuming that's the part number, JCO 0519P or maybe 0519P. What does it say on the back? Nothing much. But anyways, so this is the clear polycarbonate version. And all these wings, you've got to put your own mounting holes in them because you can adjust them front to back. But these, let's separate this out. These also come with a front wing option, which I see a lot of people running. And we may try to put it on there at some point, but hadn't really thought about it. But anyways, I just picked up some different wing options. Try to make sure, because it seems like every time I go hitting the track, I'm tearing up my wing. You know, when you're not very good at staying on the wheels. And sometimes these things bounce. So it's hard to find, like I can't find the white or black in this razor anymore. So kind of wish I hadn't run this one. But at the same time, what are you gonna do, right? I'm gonna raise the camera up a little bit, so it's gonna be bouncy for just a second. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, now that I've hit the wing pretty hard a few different times, it kind of has a bow to it, which it'll still work for a little while. But these new style of wings that they run, they stick up so high, they bend real easy. They bend, they crack, they warp, whatever you want to call it. All right. Razor all day, says Nick. Yeah, I wish I could find the white and black. I could find pink, gray, and clear. Other than that, they're kind of hard to find. But drill out the backside. Oh yeah, just like this. You know, some people probably have different preferences to what size these holes are, and then also, see if you can see this. These little holes here. Seems like some do it, some don't. But this particular buggy with this particular wing, I seem to have great traction. Really well through the air. You know, when it comes to the holes and tuning, there's different videos on it. People have different opinions. You just kind of got to do your own test and tune with it. We got Nitro Pimp in the house. What's up, brother? Northeast Mods, how's it going? Who else am I missing? Person got the plastic version of the razor. Yeah, I mean, it's whether I run it or not, it's a different story. But just having it to put on there, you know, because when it's just sitting around, you know, it looks cool. We got Big Boy's Toys in the house. What's up? How you doing, brother? Let's see, Monte Cristo, what's going on? Haven't seen you here for a minute, man. Appreciate you checking out the show and hanging out with us. Yeah, exactly, Nick. It says 100 with the test and tune. Yep. You know, all tracks are different. You know, the wind has has something to do with it. There's so many different variations as to what kind of, you know, how you're setting up, even your wing. There's videos on it. I can't remember all the details to it. I haven't tested out a lot of different setups with the wings. I just know that with this wing on here, this buggy handles really well on this track that I'm on. So I do notice that, like with the older Techno, if I don't have enough wing in the back, it seems to like nose dive consistently. Now that I've kind of corrected the wing and propped it up a little bit, and I'm even going to try putting on one of these, not the Razor, but the black wing that I've been showing on here, like the ones that we gave away during that last drawing. I'm going to try one of those on there and see if it helps keep the back end down, because I don't think the wing that's on it gives it enough downforce on the back end. Rinks, what's up? Oh, King Nerd himself. I put my buggy on the ground. I've been busy taking care of my girlfriend. Haven't had time. Yeah, I hope everything's doing well with that Northeast. I'm a geek, not a nerd. But yeah, so the last time we had this out, well, so it had multiple things, like the engine mount on this, the screws were coming out, had a whole debacle with that. Then I started running the other Techno, and these shock mount screws kept backing out. So I got some replacements. We need to clean the dirt off of this and start getting it ready for the track. Even though it's probably still going to be a couple more Sundays before I'm able to make it out there. We've been picking up goodies, just trying to prep, get ready for the track. I really do like these Recon. J-Con, where's that? Yeah, there it is. Why can't we see the letters? There you go. Kind of, sort of. Nope, not very much. There. Recon. And then these are the Aqua 2. So that's what they call long wear soft. So this works a little better on that track that I go to. If you get the soft, it shreds them within one run. If you get the hard, you're just sliding all over the place. So compound's really important on tracks. Let's see, when I put the Razor on my buggy, it goes up off the ramp, but I might have it too far back. Yeah, I mean, trying to think. It's been a few weeks since I've been at the track, so I'm trying to process. Yeah, if you don't have enough holes in the back, especially, it's really going to catch it, and it's going to pull the back end down and the nose up, which is why a lot of them pop out. Even these three little holes on that bottom lip. Let's see. Put a different engine on my RC8.2, just waiting on a few parts, and I can head back to the track. Yeah, I gotta quit working so many hours so I can head back to the track. So these tires here, one of the guys, the last time I was there, they were just like his trashed practice tires, and mine had come unglued, and he was like, "Oh, here you go." So got a pair of what are these, AKA gridirons. Can't tell what was it, Pro Circuit? See, I'd never even heard of these rims before. These rims are what they call the Pro Circuit. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those. It was new to me. I see. Just discharged last Thursday. Admitted back yes. Oh, sorry, Northeast. Yeah, mental health sucks, bro. Well, good luck to you. Hope everything gets better. Sometimes just a matter of getting the medication right for people that suffer with that. So hope you get it worked out, bro. Tried the Recons, they work pretty good. Yeah, especially on this hard packed track that I'm on. These grip like no other. So the guys out there all really like the TZO, the 200 series, and I think like the 200 is just the size of the pins. The bigger that number, like the 400s, 500s, whatever, the bigger those pins are. And on this track, we go with the smaller pins. But I don't see anybody out there running the Recons, but man, they work great for me on that track. K&M Adventures, what's up? Been a minute since I checked in. Yes, sir. It's been a minute. I haven't been able to do my normal lives, as you know. We've been working crazy hours out here, and yeah, I can't do my lives during the week. Heck, I don't even get home till 6 o'clock my time, so there's just no time for it. So right now we're doing this little bit of short time on Sunday evening, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll get back on regular schedule. But I don't know. We shall find out. Ran the Recons and the Triple Ds. Never ran the Triple Ds, but I like the Recons, and I also have. I haven't opened these yet, but these are the Detox. I'm about to go fix me a drink. I'm getting thirsty. So the Detox, again, I'm running the A2 Aqua 2 compound. Let me open these up so you guys can see the tread. So these got really tight pins. So if that track gets wet, it'll start clogging this up, and the traction is no good. But as long as it stays dry, these hook up really well. These are good for practicing. But like if I jump into a race, I would either go with the Recons or the TZOs, just because I know that traction's really good on pretty much most of the conditions that this track offers. You know, when you're running in the race and they're wetting the track down, I'd hate to be running those Detox and it just gets clogged up for the race and I can't do anything. Let's see here. Got to play with the MST 2.5 RMX drift car today at the local hobby shop. Nice. Nothing like nitro and harder than I thought, but still fun. Yeah, Nick B, I like the, if you're on clay, those raw speed tires. That's what I was running up there in Omaha. Those are really nice. And the guys out here say that the triads, which, oh, excuse me, I've never tried, but they say the triads work really well on this outdoor track. So raw speed's got some good tires. Yeah, Northeast, I hear you, man. Takes a few tries with the meds sometimes. Yep, praying for you, brother. Hope she gets well. Which in the Eclipse or Dirt Webs. Let's see here. Then I try to scroll down and it just jumped to the bottom. I had my antipsychotic depot this morning and a psychiatric appointment this morning. Well, good luck to you, brother. I hope that works out for you too, my friend. I'm gonna run super soft. So yeah, if I run super soft at this track, like I won't even get through. Say if I were to end up in a 20-minute main, super soft would be damn near bald by the time we get to the end of that. Soft is too soft. You know what I mean? What's up, Chris? Chris is stupid RC. How's it going, brother? And the Proline slide locks they have. Pins like that, and they were decent. Nice. How's it going, Wonder Bread? What's up? What's going on, my friend? Blues so far, the tires, we're getting the buggy set up is what it needs. Yeah, and the blues, so the blues are soft, greens are super soft, and then the aquas are like long wear soft. I tried running blues out here, and they'll last for, you know, a few practice sessions, but they wear down so fast. I have one other set of the aquas that I've ran, and they were holding up pretty good so far. So pretty happy with the way the aquas handle out here. How's it going, Haywire? Happy Sunday to everybody. Let's see. Just keep them busy. Mind off thing. Yeah, sometimes it's what you got to do, big boys. Damn it, again, I tried to scroll down to read a comment and it went all the way to the bottom. I see a bunch of people popping in here that I need to say hi to, but I'm skipping past them. All right. JW, what's up? How you doing, bro? I saw that video of you running on your track, man. I can't wait to get up there and race you. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna happen. I'm working crazy, ridiculous hours. Thanks, Nick. This is good info. You know, I try to only give out good info, and if I don't know for sure, I'll tell you. But yeah, there's so many ways to tune the car depending on the track. I mean, even the humidity conditions, you know, the temperature, it all factors into it. And they say the tires are your number one tune, and then like your tread, and then your second most important tuning is the compound of the tires. You know, because if you don't have traction, you're not doing anything regardless of the rest of the car, right? Gotta love some some TNA. Who doesn't love TNA? Oh, you mean the Nitro Addiction? Oh shit, that's good stuff. Oh shit, Jenny says, guess what I just bought? What'd you just buy? Went to a RC racetrack not too long ago. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, they're fun. I really just started kind of getting into it, and of course I picked one of the hardest tracks that there is. Try soft long wear. Yeah, that's what I got, bro. The Aqua 2. The 2 Aqua Dots. That is the soft long wear. Unless there's something else you're talking about that I'm not aware of. Dang it. Did it again. WRC 2 racer was suffering for tires on that track. No water. Just wanted to see the burn in. Huh. Yeah, sometimes they don't get that water down and it just turns into dust. It's slippery, you know? But you gotta get that, as they call it, you gotta get that groove cut into it. What's up, Steve? How you doing, brother? Picked up a Mugen MBX5. Gonna clean it, go through it, maybe swap the engine. Hell yeah, man. Those are good cars. Damn good cars. There's JW again saying, guess what I just bought? I'm trying to get down to the message. Ooh, big boy's got himself a roving Baja. Nice. Yeah, I gotta get mine running again. You see the back of the buggy, how much droop are you running out back? I don't know if you can really tell. So all the cars are different, and of course, according to the you know how bumpy or smooth the track is. I haven't measured it. I don't know what this measurement is on that droop, but this is still set up from the guy that I got it from, who had it set for this track. But yeah, so found out that like on that indoor smooth clay track that I was on, you know, you want less droop, and then out here on this bumpy, rough, crazy track, you want a lot more droop in it. Been wanting to call you, but I know you've been busy, bro. Yeah, you can call me anytime, bro, or you know, send me a text, and if I'm not busy, you know, we'll set up a time to chat. But yeah, I've been crazy busy working 12-hour shifts and like 10 on Sundays. So, like I said, hopefully over the next couple of weeks it dies down a little bit. But at this point, I just don't know for sure. But yeah, man, anytime. Like I said, send me a text and we'll work it out. Oh, look at JW bought a Mugen MBX 8R. Dude. Come on. Nice. Congratulations, brother. So that means when I come race, we're going to be racing the Mugans. Damn it, did it again. Just kicks all the way down to the bottom. See, I remember you said Carlo got the local hobby shop had one. Just got a DM built engine, not OBR pipe. Nice. Chris Fisher, what's going on? How's it going, brother? Thanks for joining in. Can't remember if I've seen you here before or not. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. Let's see. If the soft lawnmower doesn't work, go to the medium compound. Yeah, and especially the hotter it gets, the medium's probably the next step. Yeah, but depending on when I get to go back, I was gonna try these and then see where they fall, and if they wear down real fast, then I'm gonna try the medium. One thing I'm worried about with the medium is it just being too stiff a compound and sliding around on the track. But let me get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, and then when we get into like the winter months, I can even drop back down to the blues or the greens, soft or super soft. But as it heats up, it just melts them basically. Let's see. The OBR pipe was louder than we expected. I was on his first fire. Dude, that OBR pipe, that's what I've got on mine, on my Baja. I don't know if everybody in here has seen me fire that up, but man, that thing is crazy loud. John Bishop's in the house. What's up, brother? Can you start it up? I would love to hear how it sounds. Nice RC car. Thanks, bro. I'm in an apartment, and no, I apologize. The hours that I'm working, it's so hard to get out and do a video to where I can fire it up for you guys, but we will eventually. I'm sorry, man. I know everybody pops into Nitro channels wanting to hear the fire up. I can't hear. So that's the one thing bad about this channel doing lives is I'm always in an apartment, and if I don't have a chance to be out running, I don't have the option of firing it up. So I do apologize. Kyosho MP11 looks promising and very stable, just saying. Yeah, I watched that video. I just watched it before I started this live with Ryan Lutz driving it around the track. It looked like it was handling pretty good. Of course, he's a good driver. He's a pro always there in the mains, but looked like it was doing pretty good. I wish he would have taken the body off so I could have seen it. Get a more of an up close look at it, but looked like it was handling pretty good. Wanted to see how level the arms are. Felt mine didn't have enough. I was dragging ass at times. Yeah, so there's really no. Let me get the camera down here. So there's quite a bit of droop, but again, all the different models have their own setting of droop that they say to run at, and then it just kind of varies, of course, according to the track. But yeah, we don't run level on that real bumpy track. So if your track's a little smoother, you could have a little less droop in it. But they have the people, the pros, when they're running, whatever model that you have, You can look up that model per certain pro drivers, and they'll tell you according to track conditions, like what their setup is on it. I don't know where you go to find that. Somebody sent me one of those sheets for the Mugen, but I know that they're out there. I don't know where to tell you to go check it out, but because yeah, like trying to go off of what somebody else is running. Track conditions are different, car setups different. Like it's really all specifically to the track that you're on, and of course the model that you're running. Go again, just keeps kicking all the way down to the bottom. Try to do just a tiny roll of the mouse and it rolls it all the way down. All right, big boys, appreciate you, my friend. Have fun. And good luck to you, brother. I just need to save for a decent motor. Probably run one of those, what is it my buddy runs? I don't remember what it is. I think it's a Flashpoint 21. Flashpoint's really good. And it's basically an OS-based engine, and like if you go new on those are pretty pricey, between $300 and $400. But very good engine. One of the Breads asking, did you get a good deal on that Mugen? Yep, I got a roller for $200. Ooh, nice. That's a damn good deal. Hell yeah. That's a steal. One where's a stiffer compound when compared to the softer super soft. Yep. Likewise, medium and hard. Yeah, a little bit stiffer compound, but I mean it's still it's still a soft compound. But yeah, like you say, it is a little bit stiffer. So I haven't tried it in like a race. Just I only got to run literally one time with it, with the Aqua 2s for the long wear, and they seem to do pretty good. But yeah, you get to be too stiff on your pins, and you're gonna slide around more on this hard packed dirt. Picked up mine with a bump box and engine parts. The engine might be salvageable, but I gotta go through it. Nice. When you're buying used, if the engine works in it, man, bonus. I never buy used expecting the engine to be in great shape. It's always nice when you get them and they run, but I don't usually expect, unless they're selling it that way and they've got a fancy price tag on it, then that engine better work the way they say. Awesome, John says he understands. Yes, sir. But stay tuned. I mean, sometimes there are lives where I do get to go out and run. Just not at the moment. Here pretty soon, I'm going to get back into doing some lives on Sundays when I'm running at the track. I need to figure out a good way to set up my camera. It's just too hard to control around the track with it attached to my controller, so we're gonna work on that. But so let's see. Yeah, you can see it. Can you guys see that on the camera? Probably can't tell. So the engine, it rocks like that. So I was like, why in the hell? Why in the hell is this thing pulling the front of the engine up? See that bolt right there? Well, what used to be a bolt? Yeah. So that broke. And of course, the engine mount down, you see that crack right below my finger. Let's see, can you see it moving? It's so hard to do that one-handed. Get the car to sit still, maybe you could see the engine moving. Yeah, okay, I can see it on the computer now. You guys should be able to see the engine moving. So yeah, the teeth were still lined up, you know, between bell and spur. But I had it sitting there and I was giving it some throttle, and every time that engine would just kick up on it, I'm like, what is going on? Noticed that bolt head was broke off. And so yeah, I literally didn't have but, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes on the track. Which I shouldn't have had it out there anyways, because that engine mount was broke, but I was trying to see if it would hold up for me. So kind of one of those things that, you know, you don't recommend people do. My buddy will hook me up with all the nitro goodies. Have a Lucy bump box, not sure how to put it back together. Oh, why did it do that? I hate it. I'm trying to like read the comments here. I see Grandma and Hugh jumped in, but I'm trying not to skip over these comments. So give me a second. I'll say hi. Let's see. I had taken it apart, but I don't remember why. Run the RC 8.2. All the setup sheets are on floppy disk. Oh, I'm sure you can find the setup sheet somewhere, bro. Hugh's in the house. What's up? I told you I was going to get another nitro. Hell yeah. How's it going, Hugh? Appreciate you joining in, my brother. G-Paw. Oh, that's funny. I have Hobeo Hyper 7. Nice. Those are good cars, man. I've never had the Hobeo. But all the videos I've seen, I've never seen complaints on it. I don't got her substituted. Did she boot you from the shed yet? Trade a small crawler for it. Nice. Are you talking about for that MBX5? That's what crawlers are good for, is trading for nitros. His job has the whip cracking at the moment. Broken bolt. Yep, snapped the head right off of it. Part I'm waiting on right now is the plate that goes between the engine mount and the chassis. Ah. And cracked engine mount. Dang. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely got a... She hit hard. Oh yeah. So one of the guys there was telling me that the reason it did that is because I've got the bolts in backwards. So there's two sets of bolts. You got the bolts that hold the engine to the mount, and then you got the bolts that hold the top of the mount to the bottom of the mount. Now there were no directions with it, and when I got it, I left it the way the guy had it set up. I left the bolts just the way he had them. So this guy at the track that last time I was there, when I was showing him that my deal had cracked, you know, he was telling me that the longer bolts go in the holding the engine down, the shorter bolts go holding the engine plates together. And I was like, oh, well, now you tell me. So, you know, if that's the case, you know, now I know for if I were to get another one, which I probably will, especially because these have the TNC inscribed in it, the nitro compound. But alright, I got a big mess going on up here, mainly because of this MBX 8. Are we zoomed in still? No. There we go. Yeah, we were zoomed in a little. So these are the stock engine mounts. Now, the one thing I don't care so much for with these newer Technos, and I don't know what specifically the reason for doing it is on the, basically what you'd call here in America, the driver's side or the left side of the car. This whole piece, and like this goes right up underneath the fuel tank, kind of like that. I don't know why they did that. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, when you want to. So for me, I don't ever take the engine off the engine mounts. I pull the whole engine mount out. So it's extra hardware that I got to take out of the car to pull the engine. Hence the reason for the, you know, the quick release. But came with all new hardware for it. I don't know if we'll get to it tonight. I don't want to get too deep into it just yet. But yeah, she definitely took a hard hit. Yeah, I was probably coming up short on those jumps and just hitting, you know, like the peak. But I also need to check and see how my shock oil is doing. May need to be redone and thickened back up. Maybe part of the reason that she hit so hard. I don't see that she's not feeling well. I'll tell her, give her a hug for us. It works kicking my ass, Hugh. That's a weird setup. Yeah, with that engine mount. Yeah, I started noticing that on the 2.0s. I wasn't real crazy about it on that old. I traded JP that blue 2.0, and that was when I first noticed they had that crazy setup. And I'm not real crazy about it, but at the same time, I mean, you know, Techno's doing good in the race scene, so it must not be that bad. But yeah, if you want to pull your engine out, and you're like me and you're pulling out the engine mounts as well, it's just a couple more bolts, a little bit of finagling, but not the end of the world. Wonder Bread's giving a thumbs up, gang. Got my BMT kit from Carlo. All it was from down under another project. Nice. Quick in and out, goes away when they start locking parts together. Yeah, right? Yeah, I hate that. It's about the new A15S, just so I have one. Not bad right now. He's a great guy. Hard times for him right now. Yeah. Yeah, we always keep big boys in our prayers. When they take away the quickest part of assembly, that sucks, especially at the track. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's like, why do that on a racer? You know people are going to be doing that shit at the track. But it is what it is. Oh, I know what I was going to do. It's time to do the next round of membership giveaways. Here go the first 5. Reaper's a new member. Rick's RC Crawlers. Juka got one. Jason Ketley. Ooh, John Smith. Hell yeah, congratulations, John. Congratulations to all of you, but John Smith was in here earlier. So if you're still here, brother, congrats. Here goes the next 5. Oh, I gotta hit send now. Nick Lang, hanging with JD. You're welcome, John. Wildman Digger. White Boy. Corey got another one. Hell yeah. John Bishop says, I'm here. I tried to get you one, bro. But John Smith is the one I wasn't 100% sure if he was still here, and he received the free gift. Just so you guys understand, it's all random. I don't get to choose. Yay, Reaper's in the house. What's up? Hell yeah. Congratulations, bro. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. Nice little membership free giveaway for everybody. He's a good dude. He gave me a great deal on that BMT 931 new in-box kit. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Hope he's doing good after his mom passed. Carl, if you're still with us, hope you're doing good, brother. Oh, thank you, Bishop. Just subscribed. I appreciate you, my friend. When he called down there and sent Carlos something, and the lady couldn't understand him, and he couldn't understand her. Oh, that's funny. Yes, congratulations to everybody that won your gifted memberships. Hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know people by their actual names. Which one's Randy? I'm assuming it's one of the full-scale car guys. Truck from the name. Missing my buddy, and it's the Ultimate. Ooh, nice. Yeah, those Ultimates are good. That's what Dakota Finn is running in his damn it, X-Ray. Never done project. Yeah, I can't remember everybody's name, so thanks for the info. All right, let's see. So one thing I do want to get to tonight, we need to pull this out. I want to make sure I didn't mess up the teeth. That's my main concern. Too much crap in the way. Oh, something else I picked up. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but tried to glue that bladder and that one Techno Shock. I just picked up some new ones. Basically got a complete rebuild kit for it. Alright. I think I need another table. But really, if I had another table, it would just get full of crap as well. It wouldn't do me any good. Yeah, me too, Reaper. I had to take a nap before started this live. I was afraid I wasn't going to wake up on time, but we made it. Still can't believe I broke that bolt off. It happens running hard, does it? Yeah, Reaper, I get you. 9:50 on the East Coast. I'm over here on Pacific time. Hopefully pretty soon we get back on on a regular schedule, not quite as late. I gotta clean this mess up. I can't find anything. Oh, right there. Feminine nose. Yeah, it started to, let's see, started chewing into my bell gear. Come on, focus. It's like I can't get the light right or the... There we go. Started chewing into those bell gears, and looks like my bell was hitting something. It's probably the chassis from all the flex. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new bell gear here pretty soon. Should be okay for the moment, but we will need a new one. Damn it. Get out there. Spur gear seems to still be in good shape, so that's good. LRP, nitro, any suggestions? I took the pull starter off. Trying to think. Like I've got parts for mine. I don't remember if it had the roto start set up. I feel like all mine are pull start. But it's hard to find some of that LRP stuff anymore. I appreciate you, Reaper. Heck yeah, thank you everybody for the likes. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Alright, Hugh, didn't even notice that you was out. Appreciate you for coming in, bro. Man, I'm trying to think, because the LRP's dynamite, right? Some of those are interchangeable. I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was a part for that, like the dynamite, or but I don't have a part number. How mine has a back plate on it right now. It's been so long since I've messed with it as a pull start. I can't remember if I had anything for a roto start for that or not. A little hobby shop text me while I was on 4th of July vacation. He has a Savage someone brought in with some issues, wanted me to look at it because he doesn't know nitro stuff. Ooh, pick you up a nice Savage, bro. Corey's in the house. What is up, my friend? Finally came out today to Hivers and yours. Appreciate you. It's just myself I'm dealing with. Struggles are real. I hear you, bro. Yeah, you've been through a lot, so I don't blame you, my friend. If you ever need anybody to chat with, just hit me up. It's on a P32. It looks new. Thought I sort of had a Futaba. 125 tooth and a high tech, so it's 24 tooth, so when it's stripped, and the steering servo was so loud at neutral, never heard one so loud, and smell it may be fried. Person brought it in for repair. Well, sounds like you're gonna need a new horn and probably a servo. Yeah, you're welcome, Corey. Well, brother. So one thing we are gonna go ahead and do is swap out this engine mount. Yeah, I do want to look into getting another one of these. Get out of there. Another one of these two-piece deals. Screws stuck in there. Because they are nice. Just to make sure that put it together right. So on this side where the broken bolt is, like both screws have come loose. I think it's just dancing around on there. It's been a while since I broke the head off of a bolt for the engine mount, but I have done it before. At least it left a little bit sticking out, so we can hopefully. Nice. And then when I do get a new set of these, I'll have a backup. Yes, sir, Reaper. We are here for you, Corey. Shop owner said he would hook me up for helping, but not where I like to help when I can. Oh yeah, that's what we do. We help when and where we can. Turk says, "What did I miss? What's up, brother? Just pulled the engine out. I'm gonna put a new engine mount on it because." I don't know if you guys can see it from here. Broke this quick connect engine mount. Travis is in the house. What's up? Corey says, off the brother, I know you're watching. He's out there somewhere. What's up, Nitro Heads? How you doing, bro? Don't know your schedule anymore, Eddie. I know, brother. I probably didn't get the word out to everybody last weekend, but for right now, my friend, I am working like 6/12s and a 10. Work is crazy, so the only time that I have to jump on here and say hi to everybody for the moment is Sunday evening. So sorry I didn't get the message to you, my friend. Didn't really miss much. We haven't really done much, so the 4th of July break has me off. Yeah, right? Yeah, man, it sucks because I haven't been to the track in, shoot, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th Sunday now that I've missed at the track because of my work schedule and going on vacation. He's always watching. Yeah, he likes creeping in the weeds. He was gone for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I was just basically supposed to only miss 2 Sundays. So right before my vacation started, the job that I'm doing, they started pushing for us to get things done faster than what they were letting us. So they started forcing us to do 12-hour days. And like right before I went on vacation, I literally had to push my vacation out 2 days to get everything set up and ready to go. And those, I feel like I just put those bearings in there. They sound bad. Shouldn't be able to hear those bearings like that. Yeah, so it messed everything up. So right now it's basically for the next couple of weeks, I don't have time to do the lives during the week. But what sucks even more than that is I don't have time to go to the freaking track. So hopefully it ends soon. We get back out there. Oh, excuse me. So here's another part. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these or heard of this company, but this is something that the guys out here at the track have. Clinic. And then basically this is kind of like an extra support that you put, get it in the view here, that you put around your exhaust, the manifold, and then it keeps the springs from digging into this, and it just digs into this $3 part. Because some of those headers, especially for this pipe, because this is the Samurai with the 7.5 header on it, this is like an $80 setup, or $80 header alone. So it's kind of nice. I've been waiting to pull this apart to actually put this piece in. I was just curious if you guys had ever seen these before. Ooh, nice. Nice little sealed package. So nice to be on a track. Oh, I love going to the track, man. I was always interested, but never knew how much I was going to enjoy it. That's cool. Don't usually get stickers that have a clear background like that. See, I gotta find a place to stick that guy. Pretty sure I'm not going to get to go next weekend, but I'm hoping the weekend after that I get to make it back to the track. Otherwise, I'm just going to lose everything that I've put into it, you know, all my muscle memory that I started gaining. Hopefully Hopefully I can remember all the details. Sounds right. Yeah, on those bearings. Yeah, and that, I feel like I just put them in there the last time I took this. They shouldn't be bad already. But let's see here. I have to say sorry for hiatus for 30 minutes, but it ain't good. All is well. Night in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. Never heard of them, but some manifolds come with a piece that stops it from happening. Yeah, I've never seen this before, but I have seen some of them that come with like that ring, like the older ones come with a ring that basically is on here, and the ring has those holes as opposed to the manifold itself that like a solid piece. But I've never seen any of them like the actual manifold itself come with this. Oh, get my nifty little spring puller out. $1.99 pack of 4 from Harbor Freight with a lifetime warranty. Can't beat that. Well, that gasket's done. Yeah, so this should fit. Maybe it works better from the bottom. Cool. As long as it stays in there, it's probably going to be a pain in the butt. I don't think it's going to fit on the top. Yeah, that puts it right up against the cooling head. So it's going to need to come in through the bottom. Yeah, this is the Samurai 2090 with the 7.5 millimeter head. And from what best I could find out, the 7.5 millimeter, I think it's from outside of the opening to outside of the opening. I measured it a while back. So it's outside to outside. What's going on, RPM? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Just working on our block engine and our Techno. Replacing the engine mounts. All nice and new and shiny. I like new parts. Ooh, it came with an extra. Oh, no, I guess it didn't. I forget these have an extra because of this long end here. I was thinking bonus, extra pieces, but nope. I dropped it. All right. Where's my clean brush? I got one of those little rubber. Is that the right one? I think that's the right one. Yeah, that'll work. Cover up that exhaust port so I don't get any dirt in there. You want to see Let's running? Yep, I watched that earlier. The car looks pretty sweet. Got most of it off. I like how easy just a simple paintbrush will basically get most of the dirt off of there for you. As long as it's not all gummy, then you might actually have to wash it, but for the most part, this does a pretty good job. Talking with the road, looks good. I want one. Yep. He had it on rails, but that was with no one else on the track. We shall see in some upcoming races. Yeah, I mean he's a good driver, so he knows how to find the groove and run it. But it looks like it handles really well. I didn't see where he had commented like his thoughts on it, but yeah, he was running it good. Person, I believe he will have to move away from that alpha engine. The person don't think it's up to the challenge of some of the other pros. Really? Man, those alpha engines are pretty darn good, bro. And he's running the Falcon, which is basically like they quit doing the Dragon, and now it's the Falcon. But I never hear anybody complain about the Alpha engines, but I mean, that's just me. Now, let's see. Sit still. Really? So just a little tip for you when putting these screws in for these engine mounts. If the head's still on there and you're going in at like you're kind of reaching in there at an angle with your screwdriver, make sure you're not starting that screw with an angle. Because yeah, when you put your screwdriver in there and you're starting it out like this, you're going to try to start those threads at an angle. So you got to get them started straight before you start trying to thread them in there. I don't know if you can tell, but like my screwdriver's at an angle, but the screw itself is straight. So yeah, if you just put the head down on that screw and it's not started, you will push it at an angle and cross thread it. So be very careful with that. Ultimate OS and FX are the way to go in that class. Yeah, I mean, those are some really good engines. And I'm not saying that, you know, Alpha's top dog by any means, but they have just as much power. And hell, Ryan Lutz has been running them for years, and I don't know how many first places he's ever gotten, but I know he's always been real competitive. Excuse me. Damn it. I wouldn't mind checking out one of those Ultimate engines. But something I got my eye on right now is a Samurai. As far as I know, those Samurais are OS based as well. Alright. Engine mount is in. Just hope this new buggy puts Kyosho back on top. I've seen some people in the comments saying that same thing. Like me, I'm not really partial to any of them. I think they're all really good. I do like the way that the new Technos handle on the track. And by watching the people at the track running those X-rays, those are really nice as well. Like I said, I don't really have a preference. I think they're all really good. The only thing that I don't like is stuff like Losi, where they discontinue it. If they would stop discontinuing things and like you could find parts, that's what drives me nuts more than anything. Is they have a good platform and then they just discontinue it, or like Losi just did, where they basically stopped sponsoring drivers or whatever it was that they just did recently. But I think that's from a lot of that has to do with, because what is it, Hobbyco or whatever, didn't one of those companies buy them out and they're pushing everything electric? Is it not Hobbyco? Horizon Hobbies. That's what I was trying to say. This dust is gonna make me sneeze again. Wish I had me an air compressor. Oh, that's not good. I don't know if it was just because the way when the bolt head had broke off and it was forcing the engine up, but that nut was loose. Pull this flywheel and just kind of reset it. Should have done this before I put the engine mounts on there. Come on. Yeah, Horizon Hobbies. Yep, Canada works wonders, my friend. I know, and I almost got some last time I went and looked for it, but I was looking for a better deal. All I could find was like a 2-pack at Walmart for like 12 bucks. I was thinking there's gotta be a better deal than that. I have a ProTech force shoe clutch, oops, with extra shoes coming in. Should probably just wait for that. I think that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for that and put that ProTech on here, and then I'm gonna put this on my Reds engine. That'll go back in the Mugen. Come on, get out of here. I don't know if you guys ever do it this way, but needle nose works great for pushing bearings out. Yeah, destroyed that bearing. Yeah, wore down the teeth on here pretty good, but should be able to make it work. I'll get another one for it. What's up, Raw? How you doing, brother? Buy mine in 4-packs from Sam's. Yeah, and I looked at Costco and I couldn't find them. I don't have a Sam's membership, but maybe this next weekend I'll make it back to Costco and see what I can find. How's it going, bro? Been a minute since I seen you. But, I mean, that's all my fault. Vacation and work. Messing everything up. Oh, sweet. We almost hit that 30 mark on the likes. If anybody forgot to hit that like button, round that off for me if you would. Make it an even 30. Ah, look in the electronics department. Okay, thank you. Makes sense. Ooh, nice. Thank you, whoever did that. We hit 30 likes for today. Sweet. But yeah, like I said, I got a ProTech. Basically, like this whole thing's just gonna be ProTech. Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't the block basically like a ProTech? It's OS, but I think it's kind of like ProTech OS. Like they combined it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that front bearing got crunchy. I think the rear bearing's fine. Rear bearing feels fine. Yeah, the front one was toast. Let's see. I was number 9 on the like button count, I think. Driven buggy earlier, but I want to do a night run. Anyone else here like running at night under the lights? Northeast says yes. I've done it in, parking lots or even like out front of the house as it was getting dark. It's hard to see. If you put some lights on it, it may help a little bit. Or if you're at a track where they got good lighting, but just be careful. But no, it's always fun getting out there at nighttime. Something that you can do also is go to like a Walmart parking lot. You got plenty of room to run, and lights are on. Good times. But that's as far as we're gonna get on that. Oh, I guess here I'll do this just to show you guys. We'll pull this this engine mount out of here just so we can see the breakage. Let's see here. But yeah, I hate how it's connected to the fuel tank. I don't like it. I don't know what the purpose behind that is. I'm assuming they have some reasoning. Maybe. I don't really know. Yeah, these screws on the bottom side here, they've seen a lot of track time. They were wore down pretty good, so it was a good deal picking up a new mount with all new hardware. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's broke all the way through. So yeah, right there. Which sucks. This is a really nice piece. I'm definitely gonna get another one though, if for nothing else. Just as a oh, not a trophy piece, but what would you call it? Like just something for the shelf. Just something to say I was there. PTK AE. Like that's like PTK is ProTech, and then A&E would be Team Associated. I don't know why that's on there, because this is specifically for the Techno. But anyways, so yeah. That sucks. Anyways. It is OS. Alright, that's been a minute. What were we talking about? If we're talking about that block engine, yeah, it's OS, but isn't it? It's OS, like it's like an OS ProTech, isn't it? Making parking lot with lights, like a Target or Walmart. Yes, those are good times. So you doing Sundays like this for a bit, or are you back? So I don't know when my 12-hour shifts are gonna end, Raw. As soon as I get back down to 610s, I'll be doing my normal schedule. I'm not for sure if maybe this week or next week might possibly be the last weeks I'm doing it, and then we would get back to the regular program, but I can't say for sure. But yes, this will be my time until that point. So basically 6 o'clock Pacific time, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Some people don't like what? Talking about the night driving? Sorry for them so much cooler at night and the engine isn't sluggish from the humidity. Oh, good point. It's awful hot down south during the day. It's best to wait until right before sunset. Ross says memento. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's cooler at nighttime and less humidity, perfect for the engines, of course. My problem is at where I'm at now, for me to go say, they do have some nighttime, Friday night and Saturday night running down there at the track, but it's like 45 minutes away. So if I go on Saturday night, I don't have to get up and work, but I got to get up early to get down there, be there, by 7 o'clock in the morning, because by 10, 11, it's getting so hot, you don't want to be out there anymore. So it just all depends on the schedule. But I have done some night running at a skate park with a buddy years back. That's when my Savage did just took off, shot up out the bowl about 15 feet in the air, landed on this back wheel, like on the corner, standing straight up like that. It was funny. It split the cup, the dog bone cup, like where the axle comes out, and it's just like a cup on the inside. It literally just split it from that landing. It was good times. Oh, well, let's see. That's rare. Nice work. What's rare? Talking about the way that it broke that cup? I've still got that thing too. I keep meaning to grab it and show you guys. Yeah, the split. Yeah, and literally right where the cup is. Let's see if I have. I guess I put everything back together. I don't have any examples. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to dig all that stuff out. I will need to. I'm going to grab it and put it on camera, show you guys. But yeah, right down both sides of it. It didn't split it all the way. I mean, it's still one piece, but I took it off and quit running it. I couldn't believe it didn't break anything else because, like, it was way up over our head. It came back down on the concrete and like landed on this back tire. That was the only damage that it did, was split that damn cup. But that's probably the last time I even did a night run. That was years ago. 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I can actually pull this thing. Where's that? Right there. Separate that piece. Yeah, so the guy at the track was telling me that the bolt that was in here was too long. Let's see. Which, I mean, I don't know. I think that he may not have necessarily known what he was talking about, because now that I'm looking back on it, I do remember looking at this as I was putting it together. So this is one of the bolts that goes through the engine and holds it to this piece. And then where the point comes out at the bottom, it sits like this. So if I were to put the long bolts here, and like these holes don't truly line up, it's like they give you a hole for it to, for the bolt to go down in, but they don't truly line up, as you can see here and here. But maybe shortening these bolts would help it sit better, not dig into it here. There's no way that longer bolt was going to go in here, so I think that guy was wrong. Which, I mean, it happens. I'm not complaining. But yeah, you just gotta be careful how you put stuff like this together, because you never know. Man, that looks so cool. That's why it sucks that it broke. Yeah, and then it's even got the Techno inscribed there. But I don't understand why it says PTK and A and E. But anyways, so yeah, I was thinking about that when he told me. I was like, oh man, I could have prevented that. But now that I'm looking at it, no, I had it together right. It was just a hard hit. What I'm assuming is it landed basically in the middle of the chassis on like a hard hit coming off one of those jumps, probably on the peak of, like a triple. Hit that third one, and then it just hit it right there, and the flex just cracked it. That's the best thing that I can come up with. John Davis said, "What's up?" Okay, it's been a while, but I'm here. What'd you break? My quick connect engine mount. I mean, hell, you know me, I break everything. I always break the stuff that nobody else breaks. But, so yeah, definitely gonna get another one of those. But, for right now, we've got the stock. So, I mean, hell, for racing, like, this thing's pretty solid. This is probably better for the hard hits anyways. This is more something just for running around and having fun, and then sitting on the shelf all nice and pretty. But that's all I'm gonna work on tonight. Probably by the next show, I'll have this thing cleaned up and all this back in it, ready to go. Hopefully. So, but anyways, let's see. Other than the fact that I'm working all the damn time and I can't do my normal show, I don't really have much else for you guys. Anybody got questions for me? Anything they wanted to talk about? Anybody got any input on that MP11? I know we've started talking a little bit about it, but has anybody got any more input on it? It has been a while, John Davis, and I appreciate you coming back, bro. Oh, it's been so long, you probably done forgot how to hit the like button, didn't you? It's not out, I don't think, yet. So then did Ryan Lutz basically just get like a promo or like an early release on it or something, just to put his thoughts on it? Been working a lot. If I wasn't working, I'm racing. Yeah, right. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I was working in racing, and now I just work. This is like the fourth week I haven't, fourth or fifth, I think it's the fourth straight week I haven't been able to hit the track. But soon, I will be back out there, I promise. I promise. But no, I do miss it. Like it's absolutely a blast for anybody that hasn't actually got to hit a track. And even if you suck and it's hard and you get frustrated, it is still one of the funnest things I've ever done RC wise. Is hitting the track. You get the best of everything. You get to play in the dirt. You get to hit the jumps. You get to scream down the straightaways. You get to slide around the corners. You get to run with buddies. I mean, it's got everything, right? So it's been so long. I didn't know you were racing. Yeah, I mean, I think you were coming in when I was still up in Omaha hitting that indoor track. Well, now that I'm out here in Phoenix, I found a track, an outdoor track it's pretty nice, and I was just hitting it for fun, but like it's one of those things where it gets kind of addicting, and so I'm trying to get better at it because it's actually so damn hot. I'm glad to get a break. Yeah, it's really hot here too. On average, it's 110. So it just depends on what day it is. But yeah, I got to do it early mornings. But yeah, and I've done one race, and I didn't do very well, so it made me want to get better. So then I started like really trying to, you know, I've started watching a bunch of videos on, how to race, how to get better. So trying to, hit the lines, figure out the tuning, and I don't mean engine, I mean like the car itself. So I know I'm so far behind these guys, like it's like they got so many years in, I'll probably never catch up. I just want to get around the track cleanly and, just to say, hey, I did something, and even like a novice or a small club race or something, but I saw you move to that one track, but you're still learning. Oh yeah. Yeah, every day is a learning experience, it's and there's so much to it. Like you're never gonna just learn it all in one day. I mean, there's so many tuning options, and then you have to remember all these little things, between rough and smooth track, high bite, low bite, all the different tuning options on the car, and if you go too far one way, you lose something, another aspect of it. So it's a real challenge for anybody that's never done it. It's if you like challenging things, yeah, it's a real challenge. It'll take me about 2 years to get cricket good. Yeah, I mean, if I'm assuming as hard as it is, and it, for me anyways, because you gotta have that muscle memory and just doing the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get the feel of it. It'd probably take a couple years for me to really like progress through it. So I don't expect any miracles. I know I'm not going to become a pro overnight or anything. I'm not naive like that. But at the same time, I also with things like this, I'm a fast learner, and then I'm real competitive, and I will do my damnedest to step my game up, and I don't know, just try to get around the track without wrecking. But no, I'm getting better to where I can actually get 5 or 6 laps in cleanly, not real fast, just cleanly staying on the mark, without getting stupid and flying off the edges and rolling it and whatever. But then somebody will jump out there, and then I'll try to like hang with them, and man, when you start trying to put speed behind it, that's when it gets rough. Oh, you have a notebook for each car? Yeah, I should probably do something like that, but man, that's just so much. I mean, what was it I was watching the other day, and I didn't. So up here on this steering rack, what did he call it? I was watching Adam Drake talking about tuning it. Is it Edison? Is that what you call that? The Edison tuning or something? Whatever that you call it on the steering rack. So basically, if you're in the center, it's basically you move it forward, you get less steering. You move it back, you get more steering. And he was showing like with the wheels fully turned and what it does as you move that and how it places the wheels. And I'm like, oh my God, so many ways to tune these things. And, so many different reasons for doing it this way or that way. It's just, it is very complicated. Ackerman, thank you. John Smith, appreciate it. Slow is fast, they say. I know, but as I'm going around slow and staying on the track all nice and neat, and they're flying past me and lapping me, and it's like, I'm going slow, but I ain't going fast. But yes, the Ackerman, and it's like, man, I'm just going to leave it in the middle. I don't know what I should do with that. But it sounds like you get more bite and more turn, especially on like the rougher tracks when you move that back. Because there's 5 slots. And like I think it was Adam Drake, and he was saying basically he always runs it either in the middle or the neck hole back, and then for real extreme conditions he'll move it all the way to the back. But most of the time it's just sitting there in the middle. That was the way I took it anyways. But so John Davison, the last time you were here, had I had the Techno 2.2 yet? It's called the Ackerman plate. Don't laugh at me. No, you can laugh at me. I'm just messing. But yeah, I can't remember all these pieces. I had the A part right. Sounds like you're getting there. I mean, I am getting better. I still haven't done a video lately of me running the track just because it's hard to drive and film. But I have a buddy there that said he'd do some filming for me when I was ready. So I want to get to where I can stay on the track and I can at least put 30 to 40% into it, because right now I'm still running pretty low percentage as to, how fast that I'm really trying to push it. So just trying to slowly build up that percentage as to how much I'm pushing it and still able to get around the track. Dude, one of the hardest things, so me as a basher, somebody that's always just run by myself, I'm so used to hearing my engine. When you're running around the track and there's people say, they're down there on the, they've got their car set up on the pit lane and they're down there revving it, or just the car's driving around, like you cannot hear your car. I've always been able to hear my car, and it's really, really weird not hearing your car as you're trying to push it around the track. Because, I've always heard it. If I'm not hearing it, I feel like it's not, I'm always wondering if it's even still running. That's one of the hardest things for me to get used to, is not being able to hear my car. I don't know if you guys have that same problem or not, but it's just different. It's something I got to get used to. Yes, everyone's super competitive. Also, that is what makes it so damn hard. I know. It's like I thought I was competitive. Nah, some of these guys, and they have competitive money to where, they're being real competitive. Me, I got enough money to play around, but I don't have competitive money. I mean, this shit's expensive. Beats taking a long hike, especially at your track, right? Enjoy those small details and playing with them. Yeah, and I do too. And the more I learn about it, the more I enjoy the thought of, I can do this to get this. And for the most part, I think I'm pretty much where I want to be for a rougher track. Because everything that's set up on this is for the rougher track at the moment. But it's like all the little things that it's like, if you do this, you're going to gain this on a rough track, but if you go the other way, you're going to gain this on a smooth track, But either way, if you go too far, then you're completely like overdoing it and it's not doing anything for you. And, oh, excuse me. It gets confusing, but I mean, it's very fun. And like I said, I like the challenge, but that's what you're running, the 2.2? What are you doing? No headset? Yeah, I don't have anybody to talk to. How long do you run, and how long before I put what? I did one race and it was with my Mugen, and I was running like I ran 7.5, almost 8 minutes before I had to fuel, if that's what you're asking. I just basically asked somebody to pit for me there. So, and I see them doing those 10-minute runs. I'm like, man, how in the hell do you get 10 minutes? Like, it's like it's so lean. And so it's lean to where you're not using as much fuel, where, it's not so lean that it's not running right, but they've got them like really lean. And at the same time, they're not using extra fuel by trying to correct and using the throttle as much. So, man, there's a lot that goes into that. Like when you watch, like I've watched some races with Mayfield and Finn battling it out, and like, man, they so clean, so smooth. The slippery slope, though, you can nitpick that stuff until it drives you crazy. I know, that's why I haven't got too deep into it, because it will, and I know it will, and I don't want to do that. Because then I'm the kind of person, if I'm doing that and I'll go on it so much, and then it'll drive me nuts, and then I'll just get burnt out and I won't want to mess with it. So I'm doing it little by little. I wonder if they're going to do a new layout for Oktoberfest race. I think they said they were going to, which would be fine. You know, trying to get used to the way the track is set up is one thing. Trying to get used to driving on a track, period, is another thing. So I'm getting more used to the driving on a track, and I think if they were to change it, after a few practices, I think I would start to get the hang of it. But I mean, as it stands right now, like I don't have enough experience on it to where, I can just go right into another layout, and I'm still, and to where you can pick it up fast. I'm not sure how to say it. So like a new layout on this track would make me nervous if I'm like practicing, and all of a sudden, damn, the layout changed and I got to figure it out. I haven't been doing it long enough to pick up on that like a lot of people do. But it would be fun. I wouldn't complain about it. Yes, they do for money. Yeah, right? I don't know about you, but I always make the wrong tire choices. Always. Yes. So like I was saying earlier, let me find them. So I picked up these Recons, and I went with the Aqua 2. So the soft really grips this track well, but then it wears out way too fast. So like the super soft, way too fast. The soft, you get a little more run out of them, of course, but like these, I want to be able to get a few practices out of them before they're just done. So, yeah, for that hard-packed dirt that I'm on, this is a really good grip. And then for like the heat and just the wear, the Aqua 2s are decent. Most of the people here are running the TZO 200s, like 202s or whatever, and I think they're running like orange, maybe like a medium. So I don't know, everybody has their own little preferences on it. JP, what's up? How you doing, brother? I appreciate you, Northeast. Take it easy, bro. Thank you much. How long do you run before pitting, and how long is the race? So I only did one race, and it was just everybody having fun. It wasn't like a set club race or nothing. Everybody just wanted to get a race in before the heat kicked in, and they were 5-minute mains, 5-minute quals, and then I was in like the lowest main. It was 10 minutes, so I had to do one pit, and I pushed it to. There was very little fuel left in there, but I was at like 7.5 minutes, so I probably could have ran it for about 8, maybe a little over 8 before it actually like completely died. Yeah, I got the Bullhead City track down pretty well. Is that the one where you were doing the video? Definitely wanting to come up there and race you. The race we pitted at 10:45 and it was on vapors. Yeah, I don't know how to get to that point. I don't know if it's just in the tuning, like am I too rich or am I just too much throttle trying to control it going around the track. I'm assuming once I get to where I can get around the track without all the extra throttle, maybe that would help. But yeah, there's no way that I can, not right now anyways, I wouldn't be able to hit 10:45. Every track is so specific. Yes. TJ 400s at Bullhead, and I had almost too much grip. Yeah, those are bigger pins, so those are good for like fluffy, loose tracks. For this hard-packed, hard shell, I need the small pins. Like even these gridirons, these tiny pins are good. Which I haven't run these. These were just practice tires that one guy had. But this here's about as big a pin as that you want on this track that I'm on. But yeah, the 202s are really good. And like I showed you guys earlier, as long as the track's dry, these are good as well. The Detox. Where's that? There it is. Detox. But yeah, as long as that it doesn't get wet. Because once it gets wet and then it starts clumping up and catching inside of here, it turns into a slick. Track change down here about every 3 months. Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna change the layout for Oktoberfest, which just gonna add another element. Oh shit, to my game because gotta learn something new. But that's fine. Bullhead was so blown out and you would lose your car in the potholes. That sucks. I know what you need. What's that, bro? This my car was pitting for somebody else. 8 seems the normal pit time. Yeah. Well, Ryan powered MBX7. Yes! Well, I know I need it, but I don't have it. We still got to work out some details, bro. For you latecomers that probably forgot about that like button, man, don't leave me hanging. But no, yes, dude. If we were to seriously make out a deal on that, man, I would die. That would just be ridiculously, outrageously awesome. I know that was a lot of big, stupid words, but anyways, yeah, when you said that last, I think, I don't know if it was last week or whenever it was when you said that we were going to talk about that, I got all excited. But man, watching that car run on your live the other day, yesterday, whew, I'd love to see you race it. Oh man, I would have a blast racing it. The only thing that worries me is being able to find parts. I need to make sure I can find parts for it, which they don't break very much, but it seems like every time I'm looking up stuff for the MBX8, stuff for the MBX7 comes up as well. But yeah, that would be awesome, bro. I would love to see me race it too. Oops, it wasn't my car that ran for 10 minutes. I figured that's what you were saying. You were saying it wasn't my car. I was pitting, not putting, for someone else. But yeah, that seemed to be about what everybody else was doing, right around that 8-minute mark. And I mean, I don't know how exactly they do it, other than the fact, like I said, I think it's partially in the tune, and then partially in the amount of throttle that you're doing. So if you're running clean and you're staying where you're supposed to be, and you don't have a lot of extra wheel spin, to where you're sliding around off the track and trying to get back into position, if you're not doing all that extra stuff, that's the only way that I could see it doing 10 minutes. It would be the only person it would go to. Yes. JP, you're awesome, bro. If anybody here is not subscribed to JP, check him out. He's a great guy. He's one of those very awesome Canadian guys with a damn nice collection. With lights and all. Dude, you gonna put a nitro engine in that golf cart? We should get you one of those GoPed motors like what I have on the Baja. Now that'd be cool to see that thing all putting around on a gas engine. Oh, it is a two-stroke. Oh, I just assume the only ones I've ever been in are all electric. I just assume when I see them that they're electric. That's cool. Hell yeah. So then 1/5 stop. Ah. Huh. Do you know what size it is? I'm just curious as to what size it would take to push that thing. Hell, get you a dual Diablo 80 set up on that bitch. That would be funny. A 215 cc. Nice. That's a big engine. Get you like a 300 Diablo. No, I don't even know if it's probably not something that exists, but no, that's cool, man. I can't wait to see you run that thing. It'd be cool. Just be careful. Them things can be dangerous. I mean, usually it's whenever the golfers are drunk that you see them flipping them over and stuff, but be careful. I almost put a 440 in it. Oh, that would be funny. Were you here when I was showing my broken engine mount? I went back to the stock engine mount for this 2.2. This guy is broken. But if it isn't something that breaks, leave it to me. I will find a way to break it. Yeah, that does suck. Especially since this is, it's got all these inscribings on it. And the coolest one is the nitro compound. I think you guys can see it. There we go. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get another one before I end up leaving here. And then I won't ever run it. It'll just be for looks and memories. But anyways, all right. It's getting late for me. I know it's getting late for some of you other people. I appreciate everybody coming in. For right now, as far as I know, next Sunday evening, same time, will be the only time I get to do a live this week. I'll be doing 12s all week long, so. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully here soon I get back out to the track. I'm starting to get the itch. I need to get out there and run. So, you guys have yourselves a great night. Yes, Travis. Thanks, sir. Have a good night, brother. Thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you. Glad I got in before it was over. Have a great night. Yes, sir, Jay. Glad you made it. Until next time, much love and peace.